Alright guys, this is what I laugh about. Check this out, man. The belt just tore apart. Why? Because down here, the water pump seized up. Holy cow, man. I've never seen nothing like that, man. So, alright, so let's get this out of the way. We don't need this belt in here no more, because that's not going back. Alright, the next thing, first thing you want to do is, over here is the negative terminal to the battery. Here, let's go on that so you can see that. And it's held on by a 5/16 bolt or 8mm. I got an 8mm shallow 3/8 drive and a cordless impact. Go ahead, take that off. And then you don't want to leave it like that. You want to make sure you don't leave it like, see how it comes back? You don't want to do that. You want to tuck that somewhere where it's not going to come back and spring back into action. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, next, get you a nice clean drain pan. This one's not that clean, but it's got antifreeze in it. But it don't matter because the antifreeze is coming out of here. Then this is a good little trick, guys. Take you a garbage can lid, drill out a bunch of holes in it. So that way when antifreeze, because antifreeze never comes out and drains where you want it to. It always goes everywhere. So this way you definitely catch it. Now, you want to slide it up under start the whole assembly up under the car, right about there. Alright, we'll be right back. Ready. Alright guys, the next thing we'll do is go over here to the fan assembly. This plug right here, what you want to do is take the tab, push that tab into the connector, and then unplug it. Just put that to the side. Next thing you want to do is grab you a pair of needle nose pliers, vice grips, and we're going to remove the upper radiator hose. I got this nice little pair of clamp pliers, and okay,
on this side I'm good.
Alright, and that's all this one does is squeezes together. I hate these clamps, guys. You guys know I hate these clamps. Bring that off. And guys, we might put new clamps on this. I don't know. I hate these clamps. Guys, be very careful because this is plastic right here. So you don't want to make sure you don't mess it up. Got a little antifreeze on you? Alright, now let's release it. Then let's get that other clamp, the other clamp off. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we push that clamp down there. Then take this hose. So if you want, guys, you can mark it of which side go to the radiator. But I know it because I still got the clamp on the end of it, so I know this side goes to the radiator. But if you want, take a little marker or something to mark it. Alright, let's take this off. Put this to the side, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next trick I'm gonna show you is very important, because if you do not do this, you take a chance in damaging the sensor, your cam sensor right here. Because when you go to take this shroud out, it is like super close to take that out. So here's a little trick, guys. What you do, take your sensor. First of all, you got a little safety tab right there. Just make sure that safety tab is pushed back. I think it's pushed back. If not, a little screwdriver and then back that up. Take it out. If it comes out, it's definitely okay. Now on the bottom of here, there's a tab right there. Squeeze that tab into the connector and then pull back. Unplug your sensor. Bring that harness to the side. Next thing we'll do is take a 10mm socket, 1/4" drive with your 1/4" drive ratchet, and there is a 10mm bolt that's going to be up under here. Now what I'm going to do is put it on there. Okay, I'm on it right about there. And you want to go ahead and take that bolt out. Alright, let's take that out. We'll be right back. just about got it out. Okay, we got the bolt out. Now what you're going to do is twist your sensor side to side. That's to break the seal off. And as you're twisting it side to side, pull it out. Sensor comes right out. Put your bolt with it, put it to the side, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is loosen up our cooling fan clutch. Now, what you want to have is a 1 7/16 wrench. Now, you can go to AutoZone or your local auto parts store and rent the tool to do this. But I'm going to show you a nice quick way of doing this. Now, our water pump is seized up. So, there is a chance that I can loosen this up and it'll just come pop loose. Let's find out. No, it ain't doing it. It's going to turn. So, what you do, guys, is set your wrench up in a position like that. Now, this is a good idea that if you got your belt on, leave the belt on. Because I didn't tell you to take the belt off yet anyway. So, you should still have it on. So, you want to leave your wrench right about there. And then you're going to take a hammer and you're going to just keep hitting the hammer. And it's going to eventually shock that clutch assembly loose. So, let me get a hammer. Alright. This is going to be kind of, if you got your belt on, you're going to have a better time doing this. So what I might do, we do got the new belt. I might put the new belt on, and so I can keep it in place. Or I might try something else. I don't know. Let me try something. I'll be right back. Alright guys, before I put the belt on, what I'm going to do is, we got this other piece in the kit we got. And I'm going to try to put this end on the bolts, over the bolts, and then have my wrench here. Okay, I'm gonna let this. I'm gonna let this go over here and rest up against. It figures. You know this. If you got one, guys, get a breaker bar so it won't turn like this ratchet is. Okay. Now this is too close, slow. I'm gonna low. So I'm gonna put me a 1/2 inch drive ratchet onto this. That sucked. That didn't work. This tool sucks. Alright, let me try something else. Be right back. Alright guys, I got another piece out of the set. Let's try this one. I think that broke it. I could have, dang it, felt like it broke it. Maybe not.
How can you tell that it's loose and not just, you know,
Tight?
the whole thing turning?
Well, I'm gonna. If I can get this back on again. No, it didn't loosen up. loosen up at all. Let's try this again. Oh, there, now it loosened up. Now watch, the water pump will stay still, and when I turn the fan, see the big nut turning in there? Alright guys, so we're going to hold this and keep on going until this comes, wow, until this comes off. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, it should be, yep, it is separated from it. Now, again guys, if you have the belt on, the hammer trick will definitely work. You just got to keep that belt on so it keeps that water pump pulley from turning. Other than that, you'd be having a hard time like I just did. Alright, we got that off. Let it hang just like that, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing you do, take you a 10mm deep 3/8 drive socket with your cordless 3/8 drive ratchet, or just a regular ratchet. You're going to have two 10mm bolts you got to take out. One right here, and then right on the other side, you got one right here. So let's get both of those bolts out, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got the fan loose. Well, the bolts out. Next thing we'll do is take your pry bar and go down here, and you're going to see two transmission cooling lines. They're snapped into the radiator. That's all you have to do, just go down there, pop both of them right out of the clips. And what you want to do, guys, you can take your hand and bend these a little bit further. I'm gonna hit your camera. You can bend these a little bit further back to give you more room when you go to tip that shroud out. You need all the room you can get. All right, that one and this one just being stubborn. So. Alright guys, we're ready to take this fan assembly out. This is the most toughest part of this job. Alright, let's get ready. We'll be right back. Alright guys, now the problem people been having, and it's weird, some guys on YouTube will cut this part of the radiator out. The shroud. If for your car, hey, go ahead and do it. For customer car, you better not be doing that. Now the trick to this is picking it up, because over here, right here, there's a little hook. So it hooks right into there. So you gotta pick it up first and then bring it all the way back as far as you can. And it's kind of tough. And then pick the whole assembly up. This is why you want to get that cam sensor out of the way, because you don't need to mess that up. And at the same time, you gotta be holding it, making sure your fan comes up as well. So pick it up off of that hook. There we go. You notice I just picked the fan clutch up so it's over the water pump. Dang it. There we go. What the heck am I stuck on over here? Seems like I'm... There we go. And you watch close to here, guys. Got this out of the way. And it comes up just like that. Guys, trust me, it is very close. So you gotta definitely keep pushing over here to get that up. But as you can see, once you got that up, take your whole assembly, put the fan on. scary, but as you can see, guys, it can be done without cutting out the shroud. All right, let's put this down to the side, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, now we got the water pump pulley. We got 4 13mm bolts. So I got a 13mm socket deep with my 3/8 drive ratchet. And sometimes you can hold that in place, and you see how they come right loose. But again, if you still got the belt on like you're supposed to have it, leave that belt on and loosen these up, because that belt will hold that right into place. All right, now once you get all those loose, you're gonna have your belt tensioner here, because your belt's still gonna be on. Now your belt tensioner has a square feature here for a 3/8 drive ratchet. And you want to make sure your ratchet is set to the on, and then you're going to push down just like that and take the belt off, and then release it and put it back. And then once you get the belt off, then you can continue on taking these bolts out. All right, let's do that and we'll be right back. Okay guys, we got all the bolts out. Dang it. That pulley should just come right off. If you don't, just get you a little pry bar or something. Holy cow. Guys, it should not be like that, but it is what it is. All right, so we got the pulley off. Look at that water. That water pump is broken. Holy cow. It's actually pieces. It's actually broken.
Your thing is blocking.
Oh.
Thank you.
Holy cow. You see the crack in there? And you see this
Yeah,
big
yeah.
chunk over here missing?
Yep.
All right, guys. Now,
How does something like that happen?
I have the faintest idea how that happened. All right, guys. Now, if you look down there, you can see our pan. That's what I'm talking about. You need a garbage can lid. Wait a minute. Here's the other piece of the water pump right here. All right. So, with a garbage can lid, no matter where I lose antifreeze, it's going to catch it. All right. Next, grab you a 10mm deep 3/8 drive, and we got 5 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 5 is on the other side. Bolts holding in this water pump. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm going to make quick work of this. I got my cordless impact here with my 10mm shallow socket 3/8 drive. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know what? Let's take these out to see, make sure they're the same length. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then number 5. See, that pan is catching everything. Yeah, boy. So let's get this. All bolts are the same length. Get our water pump out. Look at that big chunk missing out of that water pump. That's rebuildable. Alright guys, we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing you want to do is clean up around here. Now don't want to use anything harsh. Well, not, you can use something harsh, but not sharp, because you don't want to cut into that, because that is aluminum. So get you a nice scouring pad. Now, that'd be even better. I'm going to be using a wire brush here. And I'm going to go around and clean all that up. So let's get that cleaned up and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got that all cleaned up nice and good. Now guys, this is a good time to, you want to take your pulleys all around here and spin them. Especially if it's a customer's car. You want to detect any kind of noises now before after the job is done. So take the alternator, spin it. Okay, it's an idler. Oh, that looks like it was making noise. That sounded like it was making noise. And it shouldn't be spinning that long. So I gotta let them know that. It's gonna need one of those. Let's see. AC compressor. It seems alright. The tensioner pulley. See, that's how a good pulley should spin. Just like that. Power steering pump. Good. But this one, that one's gonna have to be replaced. Alright, now putting your water pump in, first you got two, notice these two holes right here are closest together than all the rest. So you keep an eye, those two are going to be your locating points. That's how you're going to know how to put the pump in. Like here's the new pump right here. So as you can see, you go around and you can see those two holes right there are close together, so you know where it goes. The gasket that comes with this pump is a metal gasket. You don't no need for no silicone or anything. So you want to put it up there. And see right there. Yeah, that's lined up. Okay. Push it down around to the pump. Okay. Anything is messed up. Let's get 2 bolts. The 2 bolts right to the closest one. Bring your water pump down. Install it. Start those bolts off by a couple threads, just so you know they're not cross-threaded. And then install the other 3. Alright, let's get that done. We'll be right back. Alright guys, now I'm using my 10mm deep with my cordless impact. I'm not going to tighten up the bolts with this impact because you don't want to break those off. Those are only 10mm bolts. They will snap. Only thing I'm doing is using this to bring them in. And you want to go in a cross pattern. You want to bring this one in just a little bit. And you see how I brought that one in almost tight? Look at this big gap up here. So then you want to go across. That's it. This one, then down here, and then up here. You're not tightening them up, you're just bringing them in. Saves you a lot of time. Alright? Let's get that done. We'll be right back. Alright, now I'm taking a regular 3/8 drive ratchet, 4-inch 3/8 drive extension, and my same 10mm deep socket. And that's all I want to do is go in here, and you want to go till it stops, and then just a little bit more. That's it. If you want to know the torque, go online and look it up. Till it stops, and then a little bit more. Go back over here. You can feel it, guys, till it stops, and just a little bit more. If you're not comfortable doing that, again, go online, go on Google. Maybe somebody in the comment section will put in the torque specs for that. Alright? But I'm not the one to do that. Alright, let's get the rest of those bolts done, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing you're going to do is install our water pump pulley. What you're going to do is take one of the 13, you want to see, like, line this up about 12 o'clock. And then get your pulley on. About 12 o'clock. And get that started. And once you get one started, the rest is pretty easy. So there's 2. Now let's get the other 2, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is tighten them up. Now you're not going to be able to tighten them up if you're not using a cordless or air ratchet. So what you're going to do is just bring them in as much as you can, then put the belt on, and then we're going to tighten them up again. I'm going to show you. But if you're using a ratchet, an air ratchet, you want to go side to side. You want to make sure that pulley goes on evenly. See, I was able to tighten them up by hand by doing it just like that. But if you're not, that's okay. Just put them in as much as you can. And next, let's put our belt on. Alright? We'll be right back. Alright guys, on your fan shroud, you're going to see how to put your belt on. There's your tensioner right there. Remember, to loosen up the tensioner, you put your 3/8 drive ratchet into the tightening position. And you're going to bring it down and put the belt on. We're going to do that together. Let's get this belt on this way, and then we'll finish it up. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, as you can see, we got the belt going all around. Make sure the belt is on those pulleys. Make sure the groove is not off or groove or nothing. Alright, so let's go to our tensioner right here. We're going to go like we're tightening. Bring it all the way down. Wait a minute, something ain't right here. Something ain't right.
What?
Because I got this thing all the way down. This belt ain't going on. That belt ain't going on. So it makes me wonder, do we got the right belt?
You want to look it up?
Oh man, this is gonna suck. Let's put this on this side first, just to be sure. Okay, let's try to put it onto the alternator. Heck no. Alright guys, let's go. We gotta see if the customer got the right belt. We'll be right back. Alright guys, before we did that, we looked at the belt he got. Well, not the belt he got, the belt they gave him, because the customer don't go in there asking for the belt number. We got a 6PK 2295. So what I did, take the old belt, and you can see the number right there, 6PK 2320.
That's different size.
So they gave him the wrong belt. So I'm going to have him go and get the right belt. And at the same time, while he's there, I'm going to see if they have another idler pulley, because I don't like that as well. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, customer left to go get the belt. Guys, you're gonna find this funny. Because I had to laugh at the customer. Cool dude, I had to laugh at him though. Alright, check it out. He went to Napa and got the water pump. And as you guys know, we already installed the water pump. Napa gave him the wrong belt. Alright, so then he got that. Then he went to AutoZone and said, you know, I need a fan clutch. Come on, we'll change it too. So instead of selling him the fan clutch by itself, AutoZone sold him the kit. So I opened it up to change the clutch, and I was like, wait a minute. I want him a minute. But we already got the other one on. You know, these people, they try to sell you stuff, man, stuff that you don't need. That's kind of sad. So what we're going to do is take this out, and we're going to install this while he's gone. All right? We'll be right back. All right, guys, you got your assembly here. What you want to do is pick your assembly up. You want to pick the fan up just a little bit, because what you're going to do is, where the plug is, go to this side, and you're going to see two little tabs right there. Squeeze those tabs in, and push that clip. Push this out just like that. All right? Set that down to the side. Turn it back over. Now your clutch is held on by 4 13mm bolts. So I got a 13mm deep, 3/8 drive with my cordless impact. Go ahead, take those out. And your clutch. Son of a biscuit, man. Everything on this thing is stuck. Where's my hammer? You're not reusing it, so it don't matter. Hold it up. Knock that right out of place. Get your new one. Set it up into place. Just hold it down carefully. And then it's got, you're going to have 4 new bolts with the lock washers. We're going to go ahead and put them in by hand, by a couple threads, so we don't cross thread it, and then we're going to get ready to tighten them up together. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got all bolts started by hand. Then we're going to take the part of the fan clutch right here, pick it up a little bit, because you want to make sure the fan itself sets in. It's got 4 lips right here. So you want to make sure those lips, each of those lips, is inside the fan. That's why I pick it up like this, and then we're going to go tighten it up. You're going to tighten up one and then go across, back, and then the other two. Perfect. Alright, now let's take our fan assembly, set it down. You know what? Let me get. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys. Set the clutch, set the fan assembly down like that. Pick it up. Then you got your harness right over here, and it's gonna go right into here. This sucks because why they make this thing? It's gonna twist, man. You see? Dang it! Why can't they do stuff the right way? Alright, so we're gonna put that right into there and locks into place like that, and just set the fan right back in there. And that thing in this groove. Boy, AutoZone, I mean, they just cheesy with their stuff, man. Alright, so now we just wait till the customer come back, and we'll be right back. Alright, guys, we got the replacement belt. They didn't have the idle pulley in stock. That's cool. We can still work with that one. I already got the belt all halfway on, and let's now get this make sure you want all the teeth. You're gonna have a hard time getting that belt on. There we go. And once you get it on, before you release it, make sure all the grooves are lined up, and then slowly release it. Now, once you got it released, now remember I tighten my water pump pulley belts up with my cordless ratchet. At this time, if you didn't have one, now you're going to use your regular ratchet to tighten it up. Okay, now you're going to use your regular ratchet and just go ahead and tighten them up. Alright, let's get them done and we'll be right back. Alright guys, now for the difficult part, setting the shroud back in. Now, if you notice way down here at the bottom, you're going to have two metal pieces, tabs with some openings in them. One right there, and then one over here. Your shroud has two tips on the bottom. Now you got to make sure those go into that, or this fan gonna rattle around like crazy. So we got this ready. Now, okay, here we go, guys. And then you got at the same time, you got to hold this fan into place. Don't let this fan just let loose, or it'll just drop all over the place. So you want to go ahead. Lower it down. Down, and here's the part where it's difficult at. You wanna see out right now. I was up against those transmission cooling lines was in my way, so I gotta make sure. Okay. This, yeah, I am really close to that thing. Once you get it under, then you can breathe. Once you get that thing under. All right.
The key is to have patience.
Definitely, guys. It definitely takes patience on this. Now we're not out of the woods yet, because what we got over here, if you look right between here, you got the nut on top, so that's got to go forward. Then we got to make sure our transmission cooling lines are out of the way. Now what you got to do is go up underneath and make sure that those tabs are going in. Make sure those are in first before you complete the rest of this. Alright, so I'm going to get up under there, I'm going to look at that, and then we're going to be back at the top. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, I went up under there, and they are right there close. And actually, look at this. This one actually started, this hook already started to go in. So I'm going to line up perfectly. Now, the only thing I have to do now is my fan right here. I got to bring our fan forward. Let it rest down like that. Our shroud has now rested in place. Now what we're going to do is take our two 10mm bolts, and we're going to go ahead and start them off and get them in there. Okay, and while we're over here, let's take our connector, connect the fan clutch, push that in till it clicks. Okay, perfect. Alright, let's get these two tightened up, and we'll be right back. Alright, we got those tightened up, guys. Now we're going to reach down here, and you're going to see our transmission cooling lines. We're going to go ahead, and they snap into place. Just like that. Yeah, buddy. Alright, we are looking good, guys. The next thing, this might be kind of difficult too, guys. I don't know, sometimes it's good. You got to hold the fan up to the water pump, and then you gotta like slowly turn it, keep to try to get it to catch. And once you get it to catch, then you can spin it. He's attempted that easy as anything, man. How you do that, man? I'm a guru. I'm a mechanic guru. Alright, let's get this on till it stops, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, next thing we're going to do is take your 1 7/16 inch wrench, put that on, get your hammer, and whack it. A few times, tighten it up. Now, here's a little tip, guys. This water pump rotates counterclockwise, which is good because that nut could, even if you end up not tightening that up all the way, which you should, but if not, because of the water pump running counterclockwise, it will continuously tighten up that nut. It's constantly putting pressure on it to tighten up. That's why it's so difficult to come back off. But that is good. Alright, the next thing, let's get our cam sensor and get that reinstalled. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, if you can see the hole right there, that's where the cam sensor goes, and that's where the bolt goes. So what we're going to do is get our cam sensor, put it in there, and don't just push it in, guys. What you want to do is go back and forth while putting pressure in there. That way you don't damage that O-ring and you have a big oil leak. Alright, let's get that, try to get that bolt hole lined up somewhere in there. We take our 10mm bolt, put it down there, and put it in by a couple threads. Might have to move the sensor a little bit. Alright, it's going in. Then get your 10mm 1/4 inch drive and tighten that up. And that's all you do is tighten up till it stops, and then a little bit more. There's not a lot of pressure on that at all. Nothing pushing that sensor out. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, then we're going to get our harness around here. And if you want, we can, a lot of times guys, a lot of guys just throw this away. I should throw it away. Where this thing goes. Okay, goes in there. Okay, I'll leave it out that way. So then we plug it up, and then push that in the rest of the way to lock it. If you lose that, you don't have to put it back in, whatever, throw it out. If it was my car, I would have. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do, get our upper radiator hose. We got the one end goes over here because we got the clamp over here. Put that on. Then, this I should just get a regular clamp on this, guys. I keep telling myself I should do it, and then I end up don't. Let me go see if I got some regular clamps. Be right back. All right, guys. Yeah, buddy. We got 2 new clamps. Definitely, guys. Get these things. Get rid of them. Just get. Watch this thing snap back. Okay. Let's get this clamp on. Put this up here. Alright, then we're going to take this one off and put this clamp up here. Alright, be right back. Alright, guys, everything came out great. Last but not least, let's refill our system with some coolant. And take our negative terminal. Let's put that back on. Let's get that back on. Five 16ths. Tighten that up. All right. Let's fill it up with some coolant, and then we'll be right back to start it up. All right. We'll be right back. All right, guys. We're gonna jump the vehicle. Guys, I did a review on this Tac Life thing. They sent us a free one, and I messed up and gave it away like a fool, and we ended up buying another one. These things are great, guys. You want a jumper? Forget the other jumpers. Get one of these things. These things are great. And actually, this one's the Tac Life. I forgot which one. The Pro. But this thing started up our truck, the 7.0, with no batteries in it. I couldn't believe it. So we had to go get us another one. This thing is great, guys. And that's all. This is the Tac Life jump starter, the T8 Pro. Get the T8 Pro. It has more cranking amps than the regular one. And that's all we have to do. Go ahead. Now I'm gonna show you guys. Check this out. Watch this. All right. Keys are in it. All right, guys. I got nothing. Zero. No lights. Nothing. Zero. Nothing. So, you know, instead of that big bulky one you setting up around here and all that, that's all you have to do is just hook up the terminals, hook up the cables, take off the one that says engine start, plug this up. Now this got lights on it. It's going to light up green. Is everything good? Wait a minute. Didn't I just have that on?
Well, why did it go out? Why did the green light go out? Okay.
But I don't have no lights inside.
There, the lights just came on. There they go.
Okay.
Those are bright.
Dang.
Oh, so that's the problem? It's not staying on right? Yeah, they're on. Wait, they went out.
Hey.
Okay.
About time. All right. Let me disconnect it. I guess I didn't have it connected right. And we're going to let it run. Let the alternator charge up the battery. And we'll be right back.